go. 1, 2, 3. Want to welcome everybody to my land. Talk to our favorite two people are Mom and Dad.
Hey.
Dad's there, and Mom and Hantie. Hantie! Good to see you all. The sisters are together, and Dad's by himself. But it's in the same house, everybody. So they're not. Everything's kosher.
I'm upstairs and they're downstairs.
Dad, you're on top of the world right now.
I'm closer to heaven.
So, all right. So with that in mind, we have Tiger Woods' crash. He was arrested with a DUI. And that a lot of times we don't get to talk about things that are pertinent, but Tiger Woods is involved in a Florida car crash, arrested and charged with DUI, and that's of the March 27, 2026.
Mm-hmm.
What are y'all thoughts about this? Because I know you got strong feelings about DUI.
Well, driving is a privilege.
Mm-hmm.
And for a drunk person to be on the road, he's driving a dangerous vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
In Jeffrey.
Because when you consider a car, how much does a car weigh? Maybe about
5 tons to 2 tons, depending on what.
Yeah, that can kill people, and it does.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no excuse for being drunk and driving.
Mm.
I do know that you can call somebody or a cab or whatever to take you wherever you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll do it. Uber, they'll do it. And you can save the hassle of killing somebody.
Yeah. Mom, what were you going to say? And then we get to Hantie.
I'm going to say that I am very particular about this subject because I worked for the state of Michigan, Secretary of State, where they had to have re-examinations for people who did drunk driving.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is one of my pet peeves when I hear somebody getting behind the wheel intoxicated, making somebody else's life in jeopardy, and maybe taking somebody else's life.
Mm-hmm.
Why do people decide they're going to drink and then get behind the wheel? Evidently, they don't. Their senses are not. They're not thinking with the right mindset to know that. Okay, I know I'm intoxicated, but I'm gonna drive home anyhow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I drive home and then I hit somebody because I'm driving drunk, and they die and I don't. So I'm just saying that drunk driving and me that's just it's thumbs down. I don't see any good coming out of people driving intoxicated, and they need to learn that their life should be taken instead of somebody else's when that happens.
Good point. Hantie, what are your thoughts?
It's a selfish move for someone to drive, and they should not be driving. I don't care whether it's DUI or what, but they're driving without license. What is that called?
The suspended license.
It's a suspended license. And you know how I am about selfishness, that you're only thinking of yourself. And it's very heartbreaking to be notified that your child's life has been taken, and it was a drunk driver. I just cannot imagine. I just can't imagine continuing to live with that. I mean, I put myself in that parent's place, and so it's probably not a subject that I can talk about when it's someone. Are you drinking because you're old enough? Are you drinking because you think you can hold your liquor,
or you think you can get away with driving like that? That's the thing. I believe.
I applaud the policemen that stop someone for DUI. because how else are they going to realize that they are out of line in doing that? Taking someone else's, the possibility of taking someone else's life. And sorry to say, policemen have been caught doing that. And, so I'm probably not a good conversational on this because
Well, I mean, that's why we have your opinion on it, because it's mom and dad talks, right? So you have your opinion. And I remember taking a driver's course because I was speeding. And to get the points off, I said I got to take a class to knock some points off there. And I'll never forget, in the training class, he says, this is what it looks like when you're drunk. And what's really scary is he said it's not the same, but it has the same effects of you being extremely tired under the wheel of a car. How many times have we been tired under the car driving it? Not quite the same, but it has the similar effect. And I'll never forget that. And it brought me back one time. I was so tired. I think I stayed up for over 24 hours. And I was driving back from work at Big Boys to home. And I was almost home and I fell asleep at the wheel.
It can happen real quick.
It happened so quick. It was nothing but the grace of God that I woke up and I didn't hit that stop sign. And not the stop sign, but that someone's mailbox. And I said, anytime I feel this tired again, I am not getting under the wheel. I'm stopping immediately. So I'm glad nothing happened. But, we do things, and I don't want people to think about where we're not in our right mind, or we're tired, or other things, right? And we think we can handle it. Please be careful of getting under the wheel. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I'm impressed because we just purchased a car. And one thing I noticed with this car is whenever you cross over the center line or the edge, the steering wheel
alerts you.
It wakes you up.
So if you're intoxicated, that doesn't do any good, though, does it?
Well, yeah.
Well, they probably not driving a modern car.
And remember, his car tipped over.
Oh, it did?
He was passing a vehicle and on double lining at 100 and some odd miles an hour, and he lost control. And he was drinking.
Tiger Woods?
Yeah.
Tiger Woods, yeah.
Oh, I didn't
So
know
he
that.
had an accident.
Yeah, his own car. He didn't hit anybody, but the car tipped. Yeah,
and he's in jail now.
Good.
And
they need to throw away the key too.
Well, the thing about it is that unfortunately, I think this has happened before with him in 2021.
They're letting it away.
So you're starting to see a trend here of getting under the wheel, and it's just a dangerous. I mean, we had a friend of ours, and a close friend of ours that got into an accident because someone was under the wheel, and their life was forever changed because the lady died, but he, on the other hand, his hip was messed up for the rest of his life. You can't get that back, folks. And I hope someone, if you do drink, just have a responsible driver. We don't believe in drinking. We don't think that our bodies were designed to be intoxicated like that. The Bible talks about having strong drink.
Strong drink is raging.
And so, for us, that's why, it's hard for us to relate when we say that because we don't drink.
Right.
And that's because not only because the Bible says that's a religious belief there in there. And, you can give us your comments on that we're okay with that. But, as far as what we understand in the Bible, it says stay away from strong drinks. So that's what we stay away from. But if you do partake in it, please, even if you think you can handle it, you took one drink or a beer or whatever, have somebody else drive. Just leave anything, just so that, you don't want who shot John, and you don't want to have, and if something does happen, you don't want that responsibility. But you see that people are just so used to, they can handle it. So anyway, I won't hold you guys long, but any parting thoughts before we leave everybody?
Here again, it's responsibility.
There we
Drinking and driving intoxicated do not go together. If you're going to drink and get intoxicated, stay put until you sober up.
Call a taxi.
Yeah.
Uber.
Call an Uber.
Call just don't get under the you. Well, but the other thing too, some people, they drink so much that they say, "Oh, I'm not drunk," deny it. And that's the reason why they get into accidents, because they don't think that they're intoxicated. And that's right what happened to Mr. Woods.
Mm-hmm. Celebrating too much.
Yeah,
and
whatever.
He was definitely drunk.
Yeah, and you got the money to pay somebody. It's not like you're broke.
Yeah, right.
So, it's kind of like, bro, you know what? You had enough money to pay somebody, and someone could have drove your car. Well, folks, there we have it. Hopefully this weekend everybody gets responsible. Till next time, we will see you on Mom and Dad Talks. Bye.
Bye-bye.